Welcome. Welcome. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Undermine stream. Today, we're gonna make it. We are going to make it. We are gonna make it to the pilfer zone and use the pilfer buff. Today is the day. This is the hour. We have no forbidden relics. We are charging. We are moving. We are ready. We are not going to lose this pilfer buff. We're going to keep it in mind as we listen to this podcast.
Significantly over several years. Lee argues that altcoins and blockchain platforms are better viewed as technology plays, aimed at utility.
Oh yeah. It is August 16th, 11 a.m. Bitcoin is almost 118,000. Technically 117,881. And pushing. It's still warm out, but it did get a little bit cooler last night, finally. So, praying for a good day. We're planning to keep that pilfer buff, and we're praying to push through this current level here on Bitcoin. We shall see. Here we go.
In specific use cases, not long-term stores of value or reserve assets. Wall Street's tendency is to latch onto narratives, but those narratives can vanish just as quickly.
A lot of people very bullish on Ethereum, right? Before all the Ethereum folks come after me and try to put my head on a stake.
Be careful, Bitcoin folks are probably coming after you too.
That's fine. I'd sit in the middle. I started out mining Ethereum, Ether. I think I was mining somewhere in the like $6 to $8 range. It's like $4,000 now. Like that would have been a lot of money. I was dumb. I sold most of it, or all of it at the time at $150 or some crazy number, and then eventually try to like make up for my mistakes, all stuff. But I think that there is this narrative that Wall Street is going to put on an asset, which will lead to some flows. But there's one thing that Wall Street has historically shown that they do not understand, which is the disruption via innovation of technology. And I think that's what we're watching play out here. So I publicly have come out and said that I believe in December of 2023, I sold Ethereum that I had, and I bought Solana. I'm probably not going to be holding Solana 10 years from now, right? Probably not even 2 years from now. But from a pure short-term speculative trade, I said Solana is going to go up more than Ethereum will. That has played out, right? But I understand where the narrative is coming from. The reason why I understand where the narrative is coming from is because Wall Street is driven by narratives. But narratives can disappear as fast as they appear. And I think what you are going to watch here is you are going to see an assault on the Ethereum narrative over the next 3 to 6 months, where a lot of the things that they've been hanging their hat on are going to look very, very wrong. So I saw recently somebody went on television in the Ether community and they said that Ethereum could be bigger than Bitcoin. Stop. Stop it. I think that Ethereum over the last year is still down like 20% against Bitcoin, right? It has crashed against Bitcoin over the last 5 years or whatever. The Bitcoin rate of return of most altcoins is negative. Now, that doesn't mean people can't make money today, right? There's a lot of people who are going to go buy this. There's yield. There's all these stories to it. I think that what we are going to find out, though, is specifically in the public markets, if you are going to use an asset as a reserve asset, you want something that is built to store value. That is not the role of most of the altcoins. They are more technology platforms. You're trying to do other things. It's not good or bad. It just is what it is. Like if people want to put all this like morality and tribalism and all this, like it's technology, right? And you may agree with it, you may not agree with it, you may want in your portfolio, you may not want in your portfolio, whatever. I don't blame any of these people. I know people who have made an absolute killing holding Ethereum. I know people who are like, I lost a ton of money, I'm an idiot, and they went and they did something else, right? Like everything in between. But I do think that people are drastically underestimating Bitcoin's potential to serve as a global reserve asset, which means that if it is valued at $2.3 trillion today, it's going to be worth a lot more than that in the future. Simultaneous to that, I think that they are overestimating this whole like world computer, blah, 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 whatever. And what I think you're going to start to see is general purpose is not going to be a thing. Because what you're going to start is if you try to build a general purpose blockchain, you want people to use it for all these different reasons. There will always be someone who can show up and build something specific for a use case that will likely serve that customer base better, right? If you think about marketplaces in the traditional world, forget crypto for a second. Name one general purpose marketplace. People might say maybe Amazon, right, or whatever. Well, I would argue that Amazon actually is not a general purpose marketplace. Amazon sells a lot of stuff, but there's a lot of stuff it doesn't sell, right? How many people are buying sports cards on Amazon? How many people are buying antiques on Amazon? How many people are buying cars on Amazon? How many people, right? We can just go through all, there's a lot of products that aren't sold there. Now they do sell a lot, But what do they specialize in? Usually things that are lower value, things that if you press a button, you want them to show up quickly, right? Things that if you have a logistical network that is efficient and very adept at being able to get to you, Amazon's really, really helpful, right? There's a price component to all these different things.
He even shares a personal anecdote. He sold Ethereum in late 2023 and bought Solana as a speculative short-term trade, not as a long-term hold. It worked out in the short run. But he's clear, this kind of narrative-driven speculation is very different from the broader, more enduring role Bitcoin could play as a reserve asset. If Bitcoin currently sits at a $2.3 trillion valuation, its potential as a store of value suggests much higher upside relative to those speculative narratives.
You will not believe this, but the Federal Reserve themselves are now talking about revaluing gold. On August 1st of this year, straight on the Federal Reserve's own website, they published this paper titled The Official Reserve Revaluations, The International Experience. Considering the fiscal crisis that the United States is staring down the barrel of, with debt to GDP above 120%, a big steaming pile of national debt that is growing faster day by day, a spending problem that is getting worse. In fact, it's already 7% higher than it was last year, and a budget deficit that is also growing worse by the day. So this is interesting timing to hear the Federal Reserve discuss gold revaluation as a potential way to fix, at least temporarily, the problems with the budget. And it seems like this is the express purpose of the paper, with the first line being, with public debt at high levels, some governments have begun to explore financing additional expenditures without raising taxes, while also not increasing public debt outstanding. This is a very common thing that policymakers are looking for these days. We want to be able to keep on spending money, but we also know we have a budget that's about to blow up in our face. Are there any ways that are budget neutral that we can keep on spending more money? Now, for the average individual, heck, even a corporation or anybody who works in the real economy and cannot take money by force, this question is nonsense. The only way to spend money is to produce. And even if you borrow, you have to pay it back. But if you create money out of thin air and you can take it at the point of a gun, then none of that matters. Just spend your way to political success and leave all the problems for the next guy. So with the goal of increasing spending without having to tax more and also not having to borrow more, this article talks about using the proceeds from the gains on gold reserves. Now, the US has 261.5 million troy ounces of gold, and the current legal value of this gold is $42.22 per troy ounce. However, the current market price of gold is over $3,300 per ounce. Now, the average person might look at this and say, well, why in the world would they not revalue the gold, or at least just constantly market to market? Because they have this gold, so by legally declaring that the value of their gold is only $42 an ounce, it means they're leaving money on the table. They actually do have more money than they legally say they do. So why wouldn't they revalue it higher? Well, it's because they're not actually going to sell this gold. It's not like, again, you or I, if we had a pile of gold saying, oh, it's only worth $42, oh, it's actually worth $3,300, I've got more money than I thought I did. If I want to use that, I either have to borrow against it or I have to go sell it on the open market to produce the cash that I want to spend. Not so with the US government. In fact, if they were to just sell this gold, it wouldn't be inflationary. They could sell as much of it as they want on the open market, and they would receive the dollars in exchange for it from somebody else. And because there would be both a transfer of an asset going to one person and dollars going to the US government that the US government then spends or pays down some of its debt with, there would not be any inflation. Just like when you and I engage in a transaction. If I buy a car from you, that's not inflationary. Money is leaving me and going to you, but the same amount of money still exists in the system. And so sure, if the government wanted to actually take advantage of this, not only in a budget neutral way, but also in an inflationary neutral way, all they would have to do is just start selling some of the gold. They would produce the cash, taxpayers would get a break, and it wouldn't hurt anybody in the checkout line of the grocery store. So if they're not planning on selling it, what in the world is the point of gold revaluation? Hey guys, by the way, if you are looking to profit from this situation and everything going on in the world right now, then this Sunday, August 17th, 7 p.m. Eastern time. By the time you're watching this, it might be in just a few hours. I'm going live on Zoom with my asymmetric trading masterclass, and this is your last chance to register for the event. During this completely free masterclass, I'm going to be covering things like why the market is teetering on the edge of either a melt up or a meltdown. Number 2, how this could lead to massive volatility and whipsaws over the next few months. And most importantly, the number 1 strategy that I am using in order to profit from this and protect my wealth as it all plays out. I'm going to do a live Q&A at the end of the call. And remember, this masterclass is completely free, but it's starting very soon here. Spots are limited, so make sure you sign up right now by clicking on the link in the description below. Well, this paper from the Fed goes through a bunch of the different countries recently that have done gold revaluation and breaks it down into 3 categories. Method 1 is when the central bank's balance sheet increases the reported value of the gold reserves, which means their assets increase by the same amount, but also their liabilities increase by the same amount because those valuation gains are distributed to the central government's account. Now, if that makes no sense, don't worry, I'm going to explain it so simply because it's really not that complicated. They're just making it sound a lot more complicated than it is. But there's 2 other methods here that have been used recently. The second method is where there is a revaluation account itself at the central bank, and the change in value is then transferred to the central government. And then the final method also uses revaluation accounts, but it only changes the composition of the central bank's balance sheet and their liabilities, changing their profits and their losses. The only difference with this last one is that the change in value is used in order to help out the central bank's net losses rather than transferring profits to the central government. Okay, so what's the simple explanation that's going on here? Central bank has a piece of paper that says we have gold worth X amount of dollars. They replace that piece of paper with one that says we have gold worth Y amount of dollars. The difference, because there's a big difference, needs to be printed in new money. Methods number 1 and 2, they transfer that new money over to the government so the government can spend it. Method number 3, they keep that money themselves in order to offset any losses that they have. Some central banks around the world, it does actually matter the losses that they have, but because the United States dollar is the global reserve currency and the Federal Reserve controls the dollar, their losses don't matter. So in the case of the United States, either method number 1 or method number 2 would be used. Now, this is not the first time in recent history in which gold revaluation has been floated as a solution. In fact, right now in Congress, there is a bill that proposes revaluing gold. This is the Bitcoin Act. You can view this act at congress.gov. It is S.954. And as always, for some reason, with bills proposed in Congress, it's always an acronym. In this case, Bitcoin stands for Boosting Innovation Technology Competitiveness Through Optimized Investment Nationwide, Act of 2025. I don't know why they always have to do that. But if you scroll down to Section 9 for offsetting the cost of the strategic Bitcoin reserve, Section C, you can see that it states that not later than 120 days after the enactment of this act, Federal Reserve banks shall tender all outstanding gold certificates in their custody to the Secretary. Secretary would be of the Treasury in this case. Not later than 90 days after the tender of the last such certificate, the Secretary shall issue new gold certificates to the Federal Reserve banks that reflect the fair market value price of the gold held against such certificates by the Treasury, as of the date specified by the Treasury on each new gold certificate. Upon issue by the Secretary, each Federal Reserve bank that receives a new gold certificate shall remit the difference in cash value between the old and new gold certificates to the Secretary for deposit in a general fund within 90 days. What does that mean? Very basically what we just said before. Right now, the US Treasury owns all the gold. However, they didn't get that gold fair and square. In fact, it was a long history of decades of confiscating that gold from the world and from American citizens. And before that, it was actually the banks and the Federal Reserve themselves that held that gold. And so when the United States in 1934 confiscated gold from Americans, they had to swap something in its place. So when they took the gold from the Federal Reserve and the banks, they exchanged it for gold certificates that said, hey, now you have a piece of paper that says it's worth a certain amount of gold. And the banks and the Feds still have these papers, these gold certificates today. And they say that the gold is worth $42 an ounce. So this Bitcoin Act proposes that the Federal Reserve will need to exchange all of those old gold certificates that have the old price listed on them for new gold certificates that will have the new gold price listed on them. However, the Federal Reserve just operates a digital balance sheet and they print money out of thin air, but it still has to take care of its accounting. And what that would do is it would show a large gain with no offsetting costs to acquire that gain. And so in order for things to stay neutral on their balance sheet, they would have to come up with the cash difference between the old price of gold and the new price of gold. In other words, I have a piece of paper that says 42 on it. I don't know if you can see that. It says 42 on it. I give it to you. I'm the Federal Reserve, you're the Treasury. I give you a piece of paper that says 42. You say thank you. In exchange, I would like to give you, you're giving this to me, a piece of paper that has the word 3,300 on it. And I get it from you and I say, thank you. I like this 3,300 better than the 42 that I had before. But you say, wait, you have to pay for that. So now I have to give you $3,258 for the privilege of having this paper that says 3,300 on it instead of the one I had before that says 42. This is why the term budget neutral is thrown around for gold revaluation, because budget in this case refers to the amount of taxes and the amount of borrowing that the US government does for its spending. Gold revaluation, where they just declare, okay, Federal Reserve, the gold that you have is now worth more, or the gold certificates you have are now worth more, so you have to pay us the difference for it in newly printed cash. That means the United States Treasury will get like $1 trillion out of nothing. Depending on the day, the exact amount is like $962 billion or something like that, but let's just call it an even trillion. Now, make no mistake, this is printed money. It makes no difference whether they do this for the real market value of gold, whether they do this for half the price of the market value of gold, whether they just declare gold is $10,000. It makes no difference. This is simply a legal declaration and an accounting gimmick to print money to inject into the Treasury so the government has more cash to spend that doesn't come from borrowing and doesn't come from taxes, which means because it's money printing, it will cause inflation, or at the very least, it will be inflationary, having a higher pressure up on prices than there would be otherwise. Now, specifically with this Bitcoin Act, it says that all of that $1 trillion or so would be used to purchase Bitcoin within 5 years. However, the Federal Reserve's paper on gold revaluation makes no comments on the use of the new money printed from gold revaluation. It simply talks about it as a method to create budget neutral spending. Now, you might be thinking, I thought I just saw Scott Bessent on TV saying they were not going to buy Bitcoin. And you'd be right. In an interview with Fox Business on Thursday, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said about Bitcoin, we are not going to be buying that. That means as far as it is up to him and the executive branch, they're not going to be outright purchasing Bitcoin. But you have to understand, this has nothing to do with the Bitcoin Act. And if Congress passes that act, which they probably won't, but if they do, then the Treasury will be directed to do this. They will have to. But after Bessent made those comments on TV, the price of Bitcoin collapsed like 6% in just a few hours. And then he went on Twitter to clarify and said, in addition, Treasury is committed to exploring budget neutral pathways to acquire more Bitcoin to expand the reserve. Budget neutral. Where have I heard that term before? Oh yeah, from the Bitcoin Act and the gold revaluation paper from the Federal Reserve. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, man, this would be entirely unprecedented, whether they revalue gold just to have $1 trillion more in spending power, or they revalue gold to buy Bitcoin, I can't believe something like this is even being seriously talked about or proposed. Well, guess what? US has done it before. Have you ever looked at a long-term chart of gold and then you zoom in before 1971, and you can see the price of gold was $35 per ounce. And you look before that, and you can see that prior to 1933, the price of gold was like $20 an ounce. Interesting. If the price of gold was legally declared by law, why was the price of gold changing? Gold revaluation in order to print more money. Good job, you guessed it. If you look at the Gold Reserve Act of 1934, most Americans remember this as the act where FDR stole all of the gold from American citizens. Or as the Federal Reserve likes to put it kindly, the act transferred ownership of all monetary gold in the United States to the US Treasury and prohibited the Treasury and financial institutions from redeeming dollars for gold. Now, before this, if you had dollars, it said on them redeemable for gold, because that's what the dollar was. It was just a gold certificate that at any time you could take it to the bank and you could get your gold for it. And the price of gold was legally $20.67 per ounce. Now, there were legal limits on how many paper dollars could be printed to put out into circulation, because if there were too many, then there would be a bank run. Everybody would go turn in their paper to try and get gold from the bank, and there wouldn't be enough. This is the problem with a central bank and with fractional reserve banking. Money is fraud. And so there were legal limits on how much fraud could be committed across the system overall. And so if you're a president that likes to play fast and loose with the rules and ignore the Constitution, you're going to want to find ways to spend more money, especially if you can do it through printing more dollars. What better way to do that than legally declare the value of the gold is a lot higher? Because now that raises the limit on how much paper you can print that is backed up by that gold. And so that's exactly what FDR did. After he confiscated all the gold from Americans and gave them $20 in paper per ounce, then he raised the price of that gold to $35 per ounce and was able to give the US government a nice boost in cash spending power as a result. And so gold revaluation, in order to boost spending power in a budget neutral way, has a long history across the world and in the United States. It would not be unprecedented whatsoever. The only question would be, what is the money going to be spent on? And given the fact that we are $37 trillion in debt, and year to date, we've already spent $1.6 trillion more than has been taken in taxes, to be honest, an extra $1 trillion coming in to the federal budget through some printing is not going to make a dent. They're not going to be able to pay off the debt with it. They're not going to be able to run a surplus. And I would bet anything that they're not even going to slow down the spending. It would just add to the spending to boost those grocery and gas prices. Don't forget, this Sunday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern time, I'm running my asymmetric trading masterclass. It's completely free, but spots are limited and it's coming up quick here. So if you want to attend, make sure you click the link below and sign up now. As always, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.
What's up, man? Should have checked for that.
Checked for what?
Oh, what's up, dude? I'm streaming this, sorry, I didn't even, like, hear you come in, my bad. How you doing?
Chilling.
Yo, I'm playing this game again where I'm trying to, like, not lose this buff. I really don't even need to mess around with the gold, to be quite honest. Ooh, bro. game is nerve-wracking, dude. One hit on the pilfers and I lose this buff. I'll say you're up early, but it's 11:30.
My goal is to try to wake up at 6, but today I woke up at 7.
6? Why?
That's my routine. And the baby usually was up by that time, so I got used to it, you know?
Okay.
Sometimes the baby cries at 3, so I was used to that. And then baby would be up by 6. And I like it because I don't know, make me feel prepared for the day because I was up already. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Placebo effect.
I mean, yeah, I like to get up. I actually set my alarm so I can get up with the market. Watch the stock market open, you know?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. I guess I'm not actually leaving gold. I feel like I should leave the gold. It's really not that much gold I'm getting, and it's a lot of risk because I'm like summoning pilfers. I have to not hit them. But I also feel like it's not really that much risk. Oh wait, there was a shop down there. I didn't realize. Oh, we're shopping a bottle.
My fucking, and I'm pretty sure I told you for at least like a month now, dude. My nose has been fucked up. I guess it's dry in my room. I have a humidifier now, but I'm just like it's just dry, so my nose is like always like bleeding. I mean, you know, like I have scabs and shit, and then I fucking want to blow my nose and I blow out all the scabs and I'm like, God damn it!
Ugh.
So it's like I have like blood coming out and like it's not pouring or anything. It's just annoying.
You drink more water, bro.
But dude, I drink water all day. That's pretty much what I do.
I just keep taking my hand off the controller when these guys spawn. Because like if I hit them, I lose instantly. I lose this buff instantly. I have to start the whole run over again. Nice. Let's go up here. Alright, let's go transform that relic. Yeah, I've been so hooked on this game, bro.
I see that.
Oh, here we go. You got a shop and a shop. You got a shop and a bottle. It's insane. Look at all the stuff I can buy. Alright, we're getting this thing. We're taking the key. Eating some meat. Actually, I'm gonna take this thing with me. Grab that thing. Transform everything. Yeah! Get the potion of plenty. Alright. That's it. Ooh, there we go, crit chance. That's pretty sweet. Let's drink that. Roll out. Let's drink this thing and roll out. Yep, as long as I don't hit one of them little green pilfers, everything's gravy. Just have to be really careful not to attack. It's these guys. These little green guys. I can't hit them. I always come for the gold. That was a big meat. I didn't need to eat that. Oh well. Oh no. See, he broke all the gold out. So you got the potion of true sight so I can see through this wall. It's actually a fake wall. I'll bomb that bitch. Ooh, sweet. Take a little potion of plenty. Oh, another room? A little meat if I want it. Little talisman. Oh no, the pilfers are everywhere.
Dude, I'm trying to like find a solution to stop my like having a dry room. And it says your humidifiers help, and humidifiers also can add dry air. It's like, what? What type of shit is that?
Yeah, you can get a humidifier if you feel like that's what you need, dude.
No, I have one. I was just looking it up, you know?
Temporarily consumes a future curse after praying. I love this thing. Oh, that's right. You're stuck in here now because you can't jump out. I don't even want the Ogwestern. What am I doing? Oh no, he's dropping more gold. Okay, he's gone. That was terrifying. Golden pilfer came into this room, just spraying gold everywhere. Like, well, there's all these enemies and traps and spikes and arrow traps, and like enemies attacking me from all over. Oh, had 2 golden pilfers show up. This is getting crazy. Did not mean to hit that. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, I have all of the halls and all of the caverns. I have like so far to bring this buff still. It's crazy. Alright, we're gonna re-roll the Kurtz's stash. Well, it's a good meat. Don't really want to lose it. Got him. Guess we just keep rolling. Did I miss anything?
I'm sorry, dude. I was looking something up based on fucking nosebleeds and dry air shit. People were saying the same shit. People were saying drink water, put Vaseline on, and at night turn on the humidifier.
Right.
Alright.
Ooh.
Stop bleeding, dude. Thank God, dude. That was so fucking weird. Like, so much blood came out, dude.
Oh, I had a terrible nosebleed recently. Worst of my life.
I used to have like constant nosebleed because my when I was a baby, my parents got into a car accident. This is like during the time when you didn't have to wear seatbelts and shit, you know. So I was sitting with my mom and I fucking flew and fucking broke my nose.
Hmm.
So as I was growing up, dude, I had constant nosebleeds.
Yeah, I should go back.
And it did. It told me it was gonna stop. It did. I never yeah.
Oh, I whiskey jumped it again. Yeah, I was scared, dude. I blew this big old chunk out of my nose earlier this year, and my nose didn't stop bleeding for like 2 hours. I was pretty worried about it, especially when everything online was like, yeah, if it doesn't stop after an hour, go to the hospital.
Jesus. I'm about to go get a fucking physical, dude. The fucking last time I had a physical, I was like, I don't even know.
Physical for what? Trying out for a sports team?
Oh, no, man, just to get checked up and shit, and then, make sure I'm healthy. Cause, like, fucking, I drank for fucking almost 10 years, dude, so I fucking.
Just do some push-ups, dude. Right?
I'm not fat.
I don't know, jog.
Right. I need to take walks more, bro. That's what I need to do. What to do?
I don't know, is that fucked up that that's my approach? But like when I was like kind of worried about my health and shit, like instead of even like going to a doctor, I actually did go to a doctor one time, but other than that one time, most of the time I'd literally just like, I'll just go to treatment, just go straight to treatment instead of like going to there's doctors like the diagnosis and the treatment, right? Just went right to like self-treatment.
If you have insurance, man, I would just, you know what I mean? Like,
No, I don't though.
oh, okay. You can sign up for Medicaid.
I guess.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you. One day when you're gonna fucking have a toothache, what are you gonna do?
Toothache?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I take this bacteria for your teeth. It's perfect, dude.
I'm just saying, you just never know. Like, one day your tooth starts to fucking hurt, bro, or you get an infection for whatever fucking reasons. Like, you're
Gotta
gonna
go to the
need to go
doctor.
to the dentist. Yeah. I'm paying catch.
No, but I do a lot of like, I took over. I'm doing preventative, dude.
I
Floss.
get you.
I floss every day, and I take a bacteria that's supposed to basically clean your teeth and never let your teeth, never make you need a dentist. So, hopefully it works. Hopefully it works.
What's it called?
The bacteria?
Yeah, no, the thing you bought.
The bacteria to clean my teeth?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Lactobacillus salivarius.
That's easy to spell. Lex. Say it again.
Lactobacillus.
Lacto. Got it.
And then it's like salivarius. So it's the bacteria that's in your saliva. That's why it sounds like saliva, salivarius. It's the bacteria in your saliva is Lactobacillus salivarius, and this is basically just a strong dose of the bacteria in your saliva, and it's supposed to basically eat away the bad bacteria that cause like tooth infections and decay and cavities and stuff. It like outcompetes them for the food, and then it eats them. I think it eats the other bacteria also. But yeah, I take one of those every day and like dose my mouth with bacteria. It's really a probiotic is what they call it. You are not getting half my gold. It's not happening. Hope I didn't reroll a talisman. I think I did. Oops. Jeez. Definitely shouldn't have done the shop early. I feel like that was a mistake. Here we go. Alright, let's play your game.
Huh?
This girl's offering me some chess game. I gotta pick like 3 random chests. I'm like, alright, let's play the game.
Oh, I got you.
Like, she like shuffles the chests.
Right.
Okay, I'll take this one. And this one. Ooh.
I still don't understand why I would pay for Google Voice. Like, I don't know what benefits you get. Like, I'm pretty sure I could look it up, but I don't want to. Because, yeah, I've been using Google Voice for years, and it works perfectly fine. I can make calls, send text messages, you know what I mean? Anyways.
Yeah, I don't know about Google Voice, man.
It's, so I did it for customers, but, like, it also helps if you talk to some random bitch online, you know, you guys are trying to talk to each other. You give them a fake number, you know?
Alright, yeah, we're rolling out. Roll out.
So much money.
Can't stop.
Didn't mean to do that. Oops.
Okay, let's grab that. Let's do this. Oh no. That's alright. That's alright. We just can't hit the pilfers. As long as we don't hit the pilfers, we're all good. Everything's gravy. Take the salamander tail. Cook all my food.
No, no, I'm back out. I don't even know that's exactly what he says, but whatever. I'll be right back, one sec.
Alright, bet.
Neuner, I guess, you're supposed to, they spelled it wrong. You're making a bold prediction, 250,000 $1,000. Is that your prediction?
So I think I am pretty confident that by the end of the cycle we'll be at $250. That's really where I'm positioning myself. Like, there we go. So you can actually see when you look at the Bitcoin chart and you look at the 4-year cycle. Generally, we peak in 2017. We peaked in December of the post-election year. In 2021, we peaked in November of the post-election year. And if the cycle is to perpetuate itself and we're going to carry on in the same kind of cycle, then we can probably assume that in the next 3 to 4 months, the cycle actually tops.
What does that mean?
I don't even know if I'm saying it right. It was from Anchorman, you know, when he's like he's preparing himself to go on the news.
Oh.
He was like, what does that mean?
We're getting so close, bro.
Close.
Just need to not break this pilfer buff. One more zone.
So my wife texted me on Friday. She's like, this what she actually said was, "Hey, I'm coming in the terrain, the GMC terrain. She's not coming in the GMC Acadia." I was like, and how I heard it over CarPlay was, "Hey, she goes, hey, I'm taking the train." That's what I heard. She's taking the train because the way
Mhm.
it said it so fast. And I was like, oh, okay. Do you want me to pick you up and drop you off? She was like, no, no, thank you. And then when I
Mhm.
get back, I'm like waiting for her to walk in, right? And she's outside and she's like, no, I said the terrain. I was like, oh, I heard train.
Morning, y'all.
Yep.
What up?
Not much.
You know what I'm up to? Addiction continues. Oh, he hit me.
Feel like watching an episode of Wire on monitor too.
Sure. I'm streaming.
How about you, Henrock? You feel like watching The Wire? Oh, you on
Uh,
Twitch?
I,
Yeah.
I actually watched it.
We're
Oh,
just
you kept
streaming it.
watching the show?
Yeah. Oh my
How far
God,
you
he
get?
heard bleed. No, I didn't watch like the whole thing. I got almost up to season 3.
Oh, damn.
Oh, come on.
So almost up to season 3, so you got almost through season 2, so I'm almost back to where you were.
Ah, I got you. And the
No,
nosebleed
that's what
continues.
I'm asking so I can understand what you're saying.
Oh,
Is
give me
that,
one
is
second.
that
Hold on,
roughly
yeah.
it? Oh,
Give me one second. My fucking nose was fucking bleeding. Hold
His
on.
nose been bleeding all morning.
oh shit. Damn. That's not good.
Ugh. Why does this guy keep hitting me? There we go. He's gonna die now. Now we got him in position. Oh no. Thought I'd have it. There it is. Ooh, he just hit me twice. There we go. Ooh. That was a little rough. Not too bad, really. I don't usually have to potion so hard during a boss fight, though. Keyring. What do we got here? Attack speed, alright. Okay. And the buff is intact. We have one zone yet to complete. The caverns. The rock looks different. I guess there's one over here though. I guess I have to blow through. There we go. Yeah, I could throw something on monitor too or whatever. I'm just kind of cruising through this. And hopefully I just don't hit the pilfer, dude. We're getting pretty close now. And I think I know what the problem was last time, so hopefully 7th time is the charm here. I even had 2 golden pilfers roll through, and you can hit the golden pilfers, but every time you do, they spray gold everywhere. So it just becomes increasingly dangerous.
Oh.
I'm thinking about just not even getting the like golden chest here. It's just like, what do I need all this gold for? I guess there was bombs in it. And meat. Here's all the gold spawning everywhere, so we gotta stop attacking until the pilfers go away. This is like hardcore WoW, dude. It's like One death and it's over. Don't hit the pilfers in the shop.
Bitch. I tried to manage my spine pretty well last night. I guess what I did wasn't a good idea. Now today I'm kind of fucked up.
Oof.
I really need to get rid of this fucking spring mattress.
A mattress upgrade can be crucial. Nice. It's not what I want to reroll. I'm taking that. That thing's way too good. I don't know which one. Ooh, we got popcorn kernels. Ooh, we can pick up this last meat. Grab the fire damage on the way out. And don't forget about the popcorn kernels. Guy clears the room fast. The rook bombs. Oh no. As long as the pilfers don't get hurt, we can recover from this. Whew! Don't hit the pilfers. Oh yeah, I can be cooking meat. I forgot about that. I guess I'll chug this thing. Transmutagen. I guess it's hard to argue with extra crit damage. Ooh. Finding secret rooms already. I do love the true sight potion. It's kind of nice. Oh my god, I have 50 bombs somehow. Oh, I got the bomb ordnance, so I'm always getting bombs. That's what it is. Okay. I checked for secret rooms in here. I don't know if I did. Okay, moving on. What about in here? No. Ah. I don't know if I need any more bombs. Okay, here's a free blessing. Take that. Temporary damage when picking up gold. Let's pass on that. Turns rock into gold. Let's definitely pass on that. That's just going to cause more pilfers and more problems. Yeah, I feel like that just causes more problems. If I take the golden powder, as much as I would love to, I mean, I have 59 bombs. Like, turning those all into golden bombs would be amazing. And then I could turn this run into a gold run if I wanted to. Oh, the temptation is so great, dude. I think I'm doing it, actually. As much as risky as that was. Let's just be better than it. Let's just beat it. You know? Just beat it. Just be good and not bad. So, here we go. Oh, 2 curses for the battle axe. Sold. Whew, amazing room. Okay. Oh no, there's gold everywhere now. Okay, stay away from the pilfers, stay away from the pilfers. Hidden pilfer. Watch out for hidden pilfer. See him jump across my screen there at the last second before I'm about to attack that enemy there. Don't hit the pilfers.
Oh, God.
I have to keep reminding myself. Oh, here we go. Popcorn kernels, this talisman, that would be dope. Even better if I could do it twice, though. Nice, extra damage. 21 extra swing damage. I'll take that. Oh, get isolated. Alright, I'm throwing myself into this altar room. Oh, I could pray and get rid of these, or I could buff myself further. Let's go with attack speed. Attack speed's the best. Attack speed again. I think so. I think so. Oh! Oh, it became 4 talismans, dude. Did you see that shit? Oh, that was so...
Sorry, I was hurting.
Oh, dude, that was so hype. It literally just became 4 talismans. Oh, I got so lucky. That was insanely good. Oh, I missed the biscuits. No, I was supposed to grab the biscuits. Oh. What a Billy that was. This will take the armor.
Catch up with it later, dude. I'm just in too much pain right now.
Alright, peace. I wish you luck.
Hey.
Yep, so every room we're gonna check for bombs now. That was a key. Multiple keys. So I don't need to check this room. It's not like... I don't think it can build out a room to the south. The wall like that. Maybe it could, I guess. Let's try it. Didn't think so. I just never seen it happen. Here I think we're good, but we're gonna blow a bomb anyway, because there's gonna be lots of gold. Good times. This is just a waste of a bomb, kinda. Oh, we got a gold chunk out of it. Oh, we found the room. And it's a healing blessing. I'll take that. Especially like how how much gold I'm getting. And the 4 talismans. I especially like how I got 4 talismans and cured all my curses. No sparkles. Looking for sparkles. There was a bomb in that rock. That doesn't make sense. It's whatever. There's no rooms connected to that one. Oh, found another secret room. Float boots win. Whatever, let's try it again. Nope, okay. Well, we found 3 secret rooms. I feel like that's pretty good. Pretty good. Don't hit the pilfers. Oh. Alright, we'll take it. More secret room. Oh, this is not secret room. This is way out of secret room. Do not break that pilfer buff. We are in Caverns 4. Our exit is here. It is in this floor that we exit to the pilfer zone. The Butcher's Cleaver will sustain the run further. We're just stacking sustain. Okay. No secret rooms here. I move my hand literally off of the attack buttons. When I'm dropping gold. That guy spawned pretty close to my bomb. I was a little bit worried it was going to hit him, but it didn't. Oh no. The gold is everywhere. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. Don't hit the pilfers. Yeah, between every piece of junk, I have to take my hand off the attack button. Like that pilfer right there spawned right up underneath me. If I went to hit the next destructibles, ooh, it was gone. Okay. Don't need any of this junk. Eat this fish though. It's pretty tasty. I don't think I bombed in here. Here we go. Pull a bomb, a secret room, and a chunk of gold. A little wealth blessing for us. Why not? We're getting lots of gold anyway. Couple more rooms. This is potentially the last combat room. I think that's it then. Pilfer room up here. Let me in, pilfers. Yes, we've been granted access. The forbidden access. The forbidden zone. Okay, I see no sparklies. Our food is stocked. Appears that we are prepped and ready. Alright, let's take this armor into the boss fight. Drink our potion. Go wipe the boss. Very nice. Let's rock that thing. Let's take the miner's flask too. Wait, let's drink this. Let's eat that and buy this. And go to the boss. I guess I could grab the food. Might as well grab the food. Take it to the boss. Here we go. Oops. Ow. Ow. Oh, I need to stop getting hit. Drink this potion real quick. There we go. Boss is making me nervous. Shows me I need more damage. What? No! No! I went the wrong way. I'm so frustrated. I had the perfect run going. I had the blessing. I got it this far. I defeated the boss. And I went down the wrong hole. I was trying to rush forward because of the troll sweat. Do not rush. Wow. 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 All I can say is wow. What a waste. Well, I feel like I've done wrong everything that I could possibly do wrong. In every different possible way. Wow. Makes me want to not even play this game anymore. Like, what? Can't believe I went down the wrong zone. That's like just entirely my fault. Just like a total absolute Billy. I mean, honestly, I did want the spike breaker shoes, but I had the float boots, and I thought that would be pretty good. The spike breaker shoes would be pretty nice too. I'm so over it. Oh. I got 8 bombs left. Nice. Oh, there's bombs. There's stuff to bomb down there. I got 12 more bombs. Alright, I guess that's that. A little late on that. Okay. Alright, well, that was super uneventful and lame. So, hopefully the next one isn't so lame. Don't let it get you down though. Life is good. And there's always the next one, you know what I mean? So, I mean, not right now, there's not a next one, but sometime there'll be a next one probably. Let's try this thing, I guess. Heal 1 every time you enter a new room. Wow. Yo, I can't believe I went down the wrong hole. I did everything correct, and then I went down the wrong... Dropped to the next floor. I just spaced out for a second, looked away. I was like nervous about that boss. Literally just checked the Discord, looked back, and I was on the core. And I was like, oh no. So yeah, don't be in Discord when you're making important decisions, I guess. Appreciate y'all watching. I think I'm going to stop here. So take it easy, y'all. I'll catch you next time.